done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, August 18th. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Very excited to end the week strongly. We got an amazing broadcast lined up for you later on today. The theme is ugly. But beautifully ugly. And this is something that I want to celebrate in so many ways. I came across a man that dubs himself the human unicorn. This man named Richard, he was born with a condition where he grows benign tumors all over his body.
Ooh,
yeah,
rough.
Right, exactly. They're inconvenient. Some of them are painful. None of them are deadly, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But this is something that Richard dealt with his entire life. And, obviously, this is something that if anyone was burdened with this, they would consider this a curse, right? And you ever think about the saying, a gift and a curse?
Yeah.
Like, how often do you really come across something that's a gift and a curse?
Not very.
Right. So Richard's burdened with this curse of having these tumors grow. And, one of the tumors, some of them are in areas that publicly you can't see. Some of them are very public. One of the tumors grows in the middle of his forehead.
Oh, wow.
Right. It's just huge nub. And, at some point, and I don't know when, but we're going to talk with Richard about it. At some point, he decided to just embrace his curse and have a little fun with it. And started making TikTok videos and as the human unicorn and started blowing up on TikTok. And it's just the beginning. He's still like very much underground in the world of the viral videos. But when he embraced it and he started letting the world in to laugh along with him, then it turned into the gift. And the gift is his like very unique presentation, and I find beauty in that. I'm like very excited and happy for him and very excited to meet with him and talk with him about all of this and encourage him. And I know that his goal is to get enough listeners or viewers and followers so he could do a GoFundMe to raise money so he can get the benign tumors removed from his body. Because again, they're growing in areas where they're just inconvenient for him and, I'm sure painful in some areas.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I always have the most massive respect for anybody that can, again, like you said, take this thing, have a good sense of humor about it, laugh about it, and just move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So embracing this uniqueness is turned into his gift. And now, the world is starting to recognize. And I think the sky's the limit as far as potential, because, once you see one of his videos, you can't help but smile and be completely engaged. And I think that's a gift in today's, ADD TikTok age.
Right.
You need 2 seconds to grab somebody's attention and babuski. So that's what happens. And then inadvertently, we got some kind of theme going on for the podcast broadcast, because after we get to know Richard and go through some of his videos, we're going to have the world's ugliest dog and the owner of the world's ugliest dog in studio. So you'll be able to see the world's ugliest dog on the podcast broadcast. So we got a theme and I'm very stoked about that. Starting off the day with Valdez made me a customized shirt. Looks like all my friends are in the merch business. There's a new Beef Vegan Presents shirt that he made me, and it's Valdez size, but I'm sure if I wash it a couple times, it'll fit. But it looks pretty cool, so I'll be showing that off.
It does look good with the green too.
Yeah. No, it's a good color scheme. Him and Rico, they're all just thinking about ways like, what people want? The people want to buy all the stuff with your face on it. I'm like, I mean, even with my face on Kayla's boobs,
right?
Nobody's saying like, hey,
nobody wakes up in the morning. It's like, what I need today,
right?
I need to see beef constantly.
Well, you just recently got recognized, right?
I did.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Yeah,
right?
It was very interesting. Was at the park and one of my kids threw a shoe on something. They're like, well, let's go ask that maintenance guy. And the guy was super nice. Helped us out. His name's Garen. His wife Samantha listens to and watches the podcast.
Shout out Samantha. Thank you.
Yeah, and then he kind of went away, and then he came back around. He's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry to ask, but are you on KFMA? Are you weird? I was like, I am indeed. And he was super stoked. And it was just a really cool moment. And then one of my kids was like, Mom, you're famous. And I'm like, all right, calm down. I'm radio famous.
Yeah, so there's a level of ambiguity, ambiguity to radio, and it's pretty funny. And this is what I love about radio. Because I get asked this by people who either listen to the show that I meet or, whatever. They ask like, oh, you must get recognized all the time. And like, not really. That's not how this game works. Like, here's how it breaks down. And this is how the experts kind of dub it. So there's several different types of listeners, and they label them by numbers. There's P1, P2, P3, P4. P1 is like preset 1. Like, we are the number 1 preset in your dial.
Right.
And those are our homies that listen to us all day, every day, as much as they can.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that will go out of their way to kind of be like, okay, well, let's follow like Weirdo and Be Vegan on social media. Let's see what they look like, you know, and have that curiosity. And because they're our friends, right? Now, P2, they might be a little bit curious. And if they come across something that has our face on it, they might be like, oh, that's what they look like, right? And P3s, there's a lot of P3s where people just kind of like, browsing through the channels will listen, maybe laugh a little bit and not mind us and kind of like us, but not necessarily go out of their way to care to know what we look like.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of radio as well, and most of the time when I do get recognized, I don't necessarily get recognized for what I look like. It's when I talk. And then, I'll get recognized more, be like, you sound familiar.
Right.
Wait a second. Are you that guy? So, it's cool. But I do encourage everyone, as if you're a P3 inching your way up to P1, definitely follow us, check it out, join the podcast broadcast, be a part of the show, because it's a unique experience we're trying to bring back. But there's a community here that we got growing amongst our friends, and you could be a part of it, and you could comment along, and you could help us, come up with ideas and, do cool stuff together.
Right.
And, that's what we do here each and every day. And that's enough of the propaganda. All right, that was our show open, and welcome back to the show. I got a very special podcast broadcast lined up for you, and I want to welcome our first guest. I don't want to keep him waiting too long. Stumbled across his TikTok and Instagram page, I think the week before last. Instant fan. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Richard, aka the Human Unicorn. Good morning, Richard. How you doing, dude? Or Dick?
Good morning. Doing pretty good. How are you guys today?
Good. Now, what is your moniker officially? Because I've seen on your TikToks and your Instagram videos, Human Unicorn, but I also see your @ handle is Richard. So what do you go by?
I go by Dick mainly.
Okay, yeah, this is mainly Dick, and then it's the dancing sing 918 is the handle. We got to work on that handle though, man, because you were about to blow up and continue to be viral as you've been doing this on TikTok and seeing that. And I want to talk about everything as far as the concept of you beginning to do these TikToks and starting to see the reach and the growth that you're starting to receive on there. How long have you been uploading TikTok videos?
Probably for a few years.
A few years?
Yes.
So it wasn't like instant.
No.
Now, okay. So, and then when did you start incorporating the Oakleys?
The Oakleys, it wasn't probably a few months ago, back in March, when things started really coming together.
Right. Yeah. And I could see, look, I'm already like looking into the future on this, and, and I went down the rabbit hole on your page to get a little bit more of, kind of a backstory. And so this is, what I know so far, and correct me if I'm wrong. Now, you were born with a condition that where you grow non-benign tumors all over your body, right?
Yes.
And then, so this is something that you've been dealing with your entire life. What's this condition called?
It's called neurofibromatosis.
Right. And it's got to be extremely rare, is it not?
It is. It's not like super, super rare, but it is pretty rare. Right.
Yeah. And so like, I look at this approach and then this conversation as, the common saying, it's a gift and a curse. And very, very rarely do you see an actual example of a gift and a curse. And I'm sure growing up, you probably felt like you were cursed. Did you not?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, but this is the beauty in what I'm seeing right now. And I'm very happy for you. And I want to support you in every step of the way and, achieving your goals as you continue to grow your notoriety. Because, yes, you're dealing with this ailment that I'm sure is uncomfortable and inconvenient. And, has dealt with tons of issues growing up, obviously through our awkward, like teenage years, fucked up kids are, right? And right now we're on the podcast. We're going to be on the FM side in a little bit and this is weirdo, by the way, as they're getting caught up. I'm just diving right into it. But then I see this beauty of the beauty of your condition is the uniqueness and then, allowing us to laugh along with you and embracing your uniqueness, the thing that makes you like literally different than most people that you're ever going to come across. That's the gift. And, turning that into, and social media is the best platform for this, right? Because I explained in the show open, in our day and age, everyone has ADD. You got 2 seconds to grab their attention. So what you do immediately is you grab the glasses, you put it up top, boom, you got their attention and you're done. And that's the gift. And it works now more than it would work 20, 30 years ago because of social media. Right. So you kind of take this, negative, you turn it into a positive. Are you feeling positive about the exposure and the attention that you're getting on social media?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better about it than I would have, let's say, 5 years ago.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So these have been growing all over. Have you removed some of these tumors in the past? Have you gone through surgeries before?
I have not.
Okay. So, and you have them, pretty much everywhere, huh?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. And are they uncomfortable?
No, not really. It doesn't affect my day to day right now, but there's some that are kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. And I know that your ultimate goal is to start a GoFundMe, and then take the surgery to remove the ones that are most annoying. And possibly all of them, right? How much did you look into it? How much is a surgery like that going to cost?
It would probably be several thousand.
Yeah, at least, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what part of the country are you in right now?
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I got family from there.
You got family from there? What part of Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City and Enid.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, my dad runs around. He's like, I'm just an Okie from Muskogee.
Yeah. So, all right. Now, living in Oklahoma and stuff, is it a big town, a big city that you live in, or a smaller town?
It's pretty good sized Tulsa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So Tulsa, Oklahoma. Are you starting to get recognized around your town yet for,
Yes.
the videos you put out? Yeah. So are you starting to get some celebrity treatment a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
Hooked up with free coffees. It's on them today.
Yeah, well, I predict free Oakleys in your future. I mean, has Oakley reached out to you yet?
Not yet.
It's happening. You just keep doing what you're doing, and that Oakley sponsorship will be knocking on your door. How many pairs of Oakleys do you have?
I would probably say about 7 off the top of my head.
Yeah, one every day of the week.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you always been an Oakley fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, nice. So, and was this something that, again, you have the non-benign tumor right there, perfectly placed as your horn, and you're like peacocking. You are a unicorn. Has people called you a unicorn in the past in like a positive, affectionate way? And then have you heard it in a negative way?
I can't say I've heard it in a negative way, but it wasn't until social media until people start calling me the unicorn.
Yeah. And were you like, when they first started calling you that, were you like, oh, son of a bitch, that's exactly what I am?
Yeah, it started coming together.
Yeah. You're like, wait a second. I mean, that's a big thing. And unicorn is like, it's popular in the vernacular. I mean, being a unicorn and saying the phrase unicorn is more popular than ever. And to actually be a physical embodiment of a unicorn is got to be good. I mean, eventually, you might even get some fetish type women reaching out to you just because you're a unicorn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you gotten any DMs yet of women?
not yet.
Oh, it's coming too. I can see that coming as well.
Right. And when you're when you're posting stuff, are you looking at a lot of the comments and things, or you just kind of ignore all that?
No, I'm reading through the comments. I find the comments, if not more entertaining than the content itself.
And are you finding it mostly like positive, negative, kind of a mixed bag in between?
It's a little bit of a mix. I do try to find the positives out of it.
Right.
Yeah, well, again, you have to constantly remind yourself, and I and myself as I put content on the internet all the time, that faceless and like anonymous troll is a thing, right?
Yes.
So people like to say the most vicious things when they know they're hiding behind a cloak and whatever the case. So you never really take that into play because trolls are going to be trolling, right? And people are going to hate, but they're never going to do that to your face, or they're never going to do that if they rarely have a public account, like, and they use their real name. It's always going to be some kind of like nonsense person hiding who they are,
Right.
to say vicious things. But overwhelmingly, I've read through the comments too. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of positive, and it's great. And I like about your page, even more so is, there's a comedy aspect to it, but then there's also like actual tips, right? So you're like spreading positive information. Like, now that I got your attention, did you know? And that is something that is really good as well. In fact, I'm going to pull up your Instagram page and we're going to show a couple videos as a reminder. Now you're doing pretty good on this. Now you're putting these videos together yourself.
Yes.
Now, being a guy who's I'm a guy in my 40s, so learning this social media and how to edit these videos and stuff, that's a pain in the ass. And then getting that down, it seems like you've been getting better and better at your videos as well. Is something that you're starting to get used to as far as editing them together, labeling them correctly, hashtagging, stuff like that.
Yeah, a little trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. I would say this. I mean, I'm going to go through and I'm going to give you some constructive criticism and try to increase your reach even more, even though I'm not necessarily an expert. But I will know a couple things that I came across. Like, one, there's got to be a way for an ability for people to be able to share your posts. Like, you can't necessarily share the TikTok or share your posts on your Instagram page to stories. And I don't understand that. So we got to figure out a way to make that public so then people could share it and then you grow your reach. All right. So we're talking with Richard. He is the human unicorn on Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. About to go through his Instagram page, look through some of these great, hilarious reels that he's been putting together, and he's taking the internet by storm slowly but surely. And I really believe that Richard is one of these kind of like mega stars on social media that is about to blow up. And I'll bet my house on it. And so we're talking, going down the rabbit hole, talking about Richard, what makes him so unique, his condition, and the ultimate goal of raising money on his GoFundMe. So you can join the conversation, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here because we'll have more right after Disturbed. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. So I'll slow it down because I'm highly caffeinated and excited. So what we're doing here is a podcast broadcast, right? So we're live streaming the podcast and we're on the FM side here in Tucson as well. Have you ever been to Arizona?
I haven't been.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, so what do you do for a living?
I do security, home security.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you've been doing that for a while?
I quit my previous job after 8 years and had to find something closer.
Okay.
Because they relocated.
Nice. Right. Now, I know on your TikTok page, you got about like 50,000 followers or so, and it's growing. Is it to the point of monetization? Are you making any money on your post yet?
Yes. Once
Nice.
once I hit 10,000, I started trying to monetize.
Yeah. Which is a tricky thing too to get to know and figure out as well. So are you making a decent amount of extra change coming your way yet?
Yeah, a decent amount.
Okay, yeah, that's good, but not to the point where take it off. Wait, okay, yeah, she got to make a phone call real quick, but not to the point where you could quit your day job.
No.
All right, we'll get there. All right.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get to that point where I'll quit my job.
You think you'll enjoy you'll enjoy your job so much that you'll still do your job even if you're getting paid like thousands of dollars a month?
Yeah, no, I just don't want to sit there and totally rely on social media because you never know where that's going to go.
That's true. But I am optimistic. I do feel like it's going to be in a position where it's going to be a lot better than you think it's going to be. Let me pull this up again real quick. So this is your Instagram page. And we're going to share some of this advice real quick. The first advice will be marriage advice. All right. Let's see what you had to say on that.
Gentlemen, did you forget your wife's birthday or anniversary? Well, just take her out and celebrate the occasion. Even if it's the wrong day, she'll appreciate the free meal and end up telling you the correct date.
Now, are you coming up with these advice clips yourself, or how do you find it? You going through Google?
I'm going. A lot of the stuff I get is off of Reddit.
Nice, yeah, doing some Reddit stuff.
Yeah,
that's great too. Now, you actually kind of you put your bio as a comedian. Have you ever tried doing any stand up, doing open mics?
Not stand up or open mics.
Oh, something that you ever considered doing?
I haven't put too much thought into it. No.
Okay. Well, I think you might have the stage presence there. I'll continue. I got Weirdo back now. After the phone call, let's go to the next one and see what we got. We have a few here. This after the bell.
It's illegal for teachers to keep you after the bell because it violates the Geneva Convention's laws on collective punishment. So if your teacher keeps you after the bell, then accuse them of war crimes.
That's awesome. Here's another one.
Now that we're going back to school, here's a free piece of advice for you. When you get assigned a report on a subject, make sure to go to the Wikipedia page and copy and paste your information from there. And then before you hand it in, make sure to delete the Wikipedia page so you don't get accused of plagiarism.
I'll do one more here for the on air.
If you want to cheat on your partner and not get in trouble for it, start an OnlyFans page.
That's wise wisdom from Richard or Dick, the human unicorn. And you can follow him at the Dancing CIND 918. We're talking with Richard on the podcast broadcast here and looking through some of the videos. Now, he's gotten notable and starting to go viral slowly but surely because of the non-benign tumor he's got growing in the middle of his forehead. And the thing is with that, people started calling him the human unicorn. And the way that he starts off his videos, which I think is brilliant and what everyone loves, is he's an Oakley fan. And so he'll take a pair of Oakleys and he'll rest them right there, the bridge of his nose, right there in the middle of his head. And it looks like a nice little nose, right? Now, is this something that you used to do? Like, how long have you been resting your sunglasses on your head like that?
Actually, I just started doing it a few months ago. That's what really started taking off.
Yeah. So you never did that before? Not even like without the camera or nothing like that. You just put them on your head like a normie?
Yeah, like a normie. It wasn't until like a few months ago I knew I had all the right things. I just didn't like put it together. But someone left a voicemail in my Instagram telling me what to do. And once I did it, everything just took off.
That's what it is, right? And you know what? I have a couple ideas too that maybe we want to incorporate for future videos, for clicks and stuff. So I would say this is one idea that pops in mind that I feel like would be a great video. All right. So like when you put the Oakleys of right there, that nose almost looks like a Muppet nose in a way. It's adorable. It's adorbs, as the kids say, right? What if you like got a piece of paper and you had like the bottom half of a Muppet like smiley face, right? So like if you did, I'm giving you if you went up like that, right? So that way with the Oakleys on, then you're making a face in a way, and that's one way to kind of grab people's attention, you know?
That could work.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Add some more props.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things creatively that you can do, I think. And with that, with that angle, being the human unicorn, in my mind.
Yeah, I could make it work.
Yeah, and I would like to see that, and so now there's also, are you single or are you married? I saw a post that you were on vacation with this lovely woman right here.
I'm currently single.
Currently single. All right. And then, well, is it difficult, like say on dating apps and stuff like that? Have you tried to go that route?
It's a little bit difficult, and sometimes, especially when I'm trying to get intimate with a woman.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I know I can understand being, first off, like every dude's insecure about something about them. You know what I mean? And I have a whole laundry list, and I'm sure you do too. But what is the most difficult thing to kind of overcome when you're about to get naked and showcase something? You got tumors growing in very like awkward areas of your body,
Just mainly my chest area.
right?
So it does kind of make me slightly uncomfortable when I have to take off my shirt.
Right. Yeah, and that's something I guess we get more comfortable with age. And I think, that's another thing with leaning into the human unicorn and social media, because I know for a fact there's women out there that are going to come across your profile, be completely infatuated, and then that would be like their turn on. Like they can't even wait. Have you ever tried to date somebody who is blind only for the sake that they know how to read Braille, and then be like, baby, you get with me, and it's like you could read a book while you're making love just by feeling my chest? No?
Haven't met anyone who is blind yet.
Oh, okay. Or anyone that could see but still read Braille as well. Like you don't have to necessarily be blind. There's something to feel. There's a lot of like pleasure zones and stuff. So are you covered all over your chest right there? Is that the main region where you're growing these?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you raise your money for the GoFundMe, would you keep the non-benign tumor that's in the middle of your forehead?
I would probably keep that one. Yes.
Yeah, you would almost have to at this point, right?
Right.
I really like. Is it something that you're learning to embrace and appreciate about your presentation?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, these things have been growing. So they started off, very small and kind of bumps. So when did you know you were diagnosed with this, or you had this condition?
It was kind of right around puberty. The first one I noticed was right here on my left hand.
Okay, let me see that. Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be so when you feel it, it's like fleshy, and there's obviously like no muscle. So is it difficult for you to grasp things?
Oh, not at all.
Okay. Yeah. And so have you ever gotten in a fight and then punch somebody with your hand like that? Because that's almost like an extra like weight, right? That's like a flesh hammer.
I haven't noticed any extra weight to it.
Okay. Yeah. So that one's been growing for a long time. And that's the one that you feel like is the most inconvenient, that you don't like.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm right there with you. So, again, as you continue to grow your notoriety, we want to continue to be able to spread the word for you. So when you start up that GoFundMe page, we are going to be one of the first people to consistently post and share, and hopefully get the word out to get get that tumor off your hand, and other places on your body where you feel like it's been affecting your life in a way, and continue to focus on embracing your uniqueness, the gift and the curse, and being the human unicorn that the internet is starting to know and love. I love all the positive messages on your social media page. I love the advice that you're giving. I love the comedic spin, and of course the presentation. So I'm putting out there in the universe. I really hope that you get that Oakley sponsorship soon. I hope that you continue to go viral. And if you figure out how to get your page to be more public so people can share your posts to their stories and their pages, I think that will expedite the process. And I, again, will be one of those guys that will be sharing your posts each and every day, because I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. We'll keep up the good work. It's fantastic meeting you. And hopefully we'll be talking again soon. All right.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great day.
You too.
You too.
The human unicorn, everybody. We're going to hit the reset on the FM side. We're going to be back with Scooter and so much more. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Earlier this morning, as we're getting ready, and that was Richard, so that was awesome. I geeked out. I'm super excited to meet him. All right. Earlier this morning, we did a good edition of F My Life. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this.
Get caught self-loving by your mom.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of Your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And Weirdo and I weigh in on your F My Life situation. I love F My Lives on a Friday.
Yeah.
I usually always have some good ones. So you can feel free to add to it. First email sent to me by Christine. She said, one time while working at a porn store, a group of 6 people tried to return used toys and penis pumps.
Yeah.
Now, even though you can't return any items, it's still an unfortunately common occurrence. All right. The mess in these particular toys, however, is not. All of them began shouting at me for not refunding them.
Oh,
Used.
yeah. So back in my 20s, I did work retail, and Fascinations was one of them.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you got
so-
to deal with that a lot.
Mhm.
You know, I applied to Fascinations. I was too perverted to get the job. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That
So,
checks out.
So yes, these kind of stories, and you had to see it and clean it up. Definitely an F My Life.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. Hopefully you got a different job. All right. Next F My Life email sent to me by Jay. Jay says, "Hey Beef, my girlfriend referred to her V as a meat wallet, and my penis as small change." Oh, of course you would laugh at that. That's messed up. That is messed up. That's not cool. I'm saying F My Life for Jay. What are you saying, weirdo?
Big baby, your girlfriend's got a great sense of humor. I'm now going to use meat wallet.
Yeah, that's gross. Is that what you want people to think of? And
I don't care.
All right, I guess. Yeah, you know.
Oh my God.
All right, whatever. That's why I use digital currency. All right, next up, my life email sent to me by Janelle. She said, today I realized my boyfriend never argues with me when I'm right, but goes to great lengths when I'm not. And as a result, in the 5 years we've been together, he has won every single argument we ever had. Is that an F My Life for Janelle?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's not.
Because he's right, weirdo. That's the thing.
He has stacked the odds or the stats for himself.
That seems like a very selfish way to look at it. Here's the deal. This is the way I look at it. All right. You have a man who is patient and understanding enough to know when he is wrong and not to argue with you when he feels like he might be wrong. And therefore he listens to you and agrees. But when you are wrong and he knows you're wrong, he will argue with you to help you realize that you were wrong.
All right.
I mean, is that not the perfect man, weirdo?
All right. You've convinced me.
All right. See?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I am that man. All right. Next up, my life email sent to me by Jackie. She said, today my fiance's parents, we told my fiance's parents that I'm pregnant. Oh, congratulations. His mom's response, I'm going to throw up. You can't raise a child. We're both 28, self-sufficient, and everyone else is thrilled.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, grandma's not into it, huh?
No.
All right, that's my life. What do you say, weirdo?
Yeah, you got that awful mother-in-law.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Just the way that you said it, that's definitely an F My Life. All right, and final F My Life of the day is a doozy sent to me by Tabitha at beefvegan@kfma.com.
Well,
She said, hey, Beef, one time when I got home from vacation,
and like
I spent the last 2 days of my trip at my father's house.
90-pound
Now,
mayhem.
I was having trouble sleeping the night before I left, so I decided to use a little discreet vibrator that I travel with.
Mm-hmm.
When I got
You got
home
gone?
and unpacked, I
Oh, okay.
realized I forgotten the vibrator in the bed at my father's house.
Oh, that's cool.
F My Life. What do you say?
Yeah, because now you got to go buy a new one.
Oh, is that the only reason why?
Yeah.
Not the fact that
We got the
she was
cameras
mortified.
ready.
The fact that she's gonna have that
Oh my God, my
conversation
dog's
and
on
he's
my
gonna
face,
like
right?
be
Like,
cleaning. Well, you know, actually, it's your dad. He probably won't even clean your bed until the next time you visit.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Just because he has a mohawk, yeah.
right. All right, you can see Weirdo completely infatuated with Scooter. Scooter's the world's ugliest dog. She literally just made out with Scooter. Yeah, and that's not the ugliest dog she's ever made out with, actually. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like my dog Valdez. No, I'm just kidding. You're a good looking man, Valdez. I'm just giving an example. All right, and then Linda, please welcome Linda, who is Scooter's mama, and you know, and also she's been enjoying some great national press and fame. She's Tucson's own, and you can. I mean, obviously, you've been on the radio circuit. You've been on the Today Show, and you know you're enjoying this. I can't tell you enough how much the people of Tucson are so proud that the world's ugliest dog comes from our barrio. You know, and we're gonna know. We're going to find out all about Scooter as, you know, Weirdo, again, is completely
infatuated. Look at his ears. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's adorable.
I know. How long has the world's ugliest dog competition been a thing?
Geez, I think it's
you're speaking the microphone right there.
I think it's been about 40 years.
40 years, really?
Yeah, they started out, it's in Petaluma, California. It's actually the Sonoma Marin Fair. It's kind of a small fair. But it really grew when Animal Planet in the early 2000s took it over for a couple of seasons and televised it, and it went crazy. And people started coming from all over the country to bring their dogs, and it got really popular. And I've been going for 12 years. This is the first time I've ever went, but not with Scooter. I have another dog that I've taken.
Are you an ugly dog breeder? Or are you going to find ugly dogs?
Breeder. Well, I am. A lot of the ugly dogs are hairless dogs, so people think they're ugly. So that's my favorite breed. I have like 7 at home, and I think they're beautiful, but
I think they're beautiful too. In fact, what is the exact breed of this dog again?
He's a Chinese Preston.
Okay.
And do you rescue them?
Yes.
Nice.
Scooter was rescued.
Oh, let's put the phone sideways so it's full screen.
Sorry.
There you go. All right. Yeah. So he's rescued. So did you rescue him from a shelter here?
He came from the pack.
Okay.
He was turned in as a puppy for euthanasia because, as you see, he's got deformed back legs.
Okay,
and he only can walk on his front legs.
Oh.
So when he walks on his front legs and he holds his butt up in the air.
Yeah.
And so he has this funny little waddle, but I guess he was bred by breeders that brought him in and just dropped him off because, you know, who wants to buy this dog?
Oh,
but our group, I foster for SAFE, which is Saving Animals from Euthanasia.
Yes.
And they pulled him when he was a puppy. And he had a foster for years. And I recently, I've known Scooter since he was a pup. And I've helped with his medical care. We got him some wheels and raised some funds for him. And then this year, somebody said, why don't you take Scooter to World's Ugly Dog? So I'm like, well, we tried it and he won.
Oh,
like, miracle of miracles.
Was there even a close second?
Yeah, there's one dog named Wild Bang. There was a Pomeranian with just like hair, looked like it from the Addams Family.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Weirdo, let me remind you real quick because we're having an echo issue. So unmute your mic, please. Yeah, don't do that. And then I'll do it on my end. Okay. Sorry, Linda. Yeah, we always technical things.
Going back to Mom?
I want to see. You want to put him down on the ground and see if we could watch him walk for a second? Is that okay?
Yes,
see him walk.
absolutely.
So that way he's comfortable. I know that he's definitely comfortable in the loving arms of Weirdo and you. Yeah. So now what are the responsibilities of the world's ugliest dog?
Well, I'll see what happens in the next year. Sometimes people have gotten notified to bring the dogs for appearances. So far, besides our New York appearances and coming here, and the TV station came to my house,
Nice.
And what we're going to have a big fundraiser to raise money for SAFE tomorrow.
We're gonna promote on the air here in just a moment.
And other than that, I don't have anything planned. So if anybody out there wants Scooter to make an appearance, let me know.
Nice. Yes. Oh, that's awesome too. Because I mean, Scooter is a star. We inadvertently have this running theme today. We were just talking with a man named Richard, who's the human unicorn, right? And he was born with a condition where he grows like non-benign tumors all over his body, which the theme is like a gift and a curse, right? And you hear that expression all the time. Very rarely do you see examples of gift and a curse. For Richard's condition, it was definitely a curse for him growing up, and it felt very uncomfortable. But now he's embracing it. And he's becoming viral on social media, and people are really like loving his uniqueness and his beauty that is him being so unique. Scooter falls in that same category.
Same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As like many people would look at Scooter, and like you said, like he was planned to be euthanized. They're just like the breeders were like, no, we don't want that. You saw the beauty in Scooter, and you saved him. And now Scooter is a world famous dog for being the world's ugliest dog, but it's beautifully ugly. And that's what we're looking at here on the podcast broadcast stream. We do have Scooter, the world's ugliest dog, in studio, along with Scooter's mom, Linda. And they have this big, great fundraiser that's happening tomorrow for the SAFE organization, which is an organization that prevents euthanasia in animals, right? And adopted pets. And so tell me everything about this fundraising event that's happening tomorrow, how people can come out, participate, and also contribute to save some animals' lives.
Yeah, so we're going to be at the Borderlands Brewery. It's 119 East Tool. We're going to be there from 1 to 4. And you can come and meet Scooter. You can have a picture taken with him, and he's going to be giving out potographs too.
Potographs. So did she just start that idea, the potographs?
No, it's been around, but
it has been around. Okay,
we have some little posters of him and some different colored stamps. So he's gonna stamp his little paw on the picture.
Oh, nice.
For a mere $10, you can get your picture taken and have a potograph.
Yeah, that's
oh my god, this is genius.
That's worth it. Hold
this
him up a little bit
good.
to the camera. Actually, can you? I know, weirdo, stop hogging Scooter. Give him back to his mom.
All right.
Yeah. So
Did
you hold him all the time.
Pictures of him walking?
Yeah, oh yeah, we got
bit,
video of him walking, which is fantastic. And you know, this camera that I have on you and Scooter is just a better camera. And you can see like his tongue. Yeah, his tongue sticks out the entire time. And you know, Courtney just commented on our live stream. Chinese crestards are really not all that ugly, if you ask me.
Right?
Yeah, they're acquired taste. I like the little mohawk he has. You know, did you style his hair, or that's just natural?
He styles it himself every morning.
And does his tongue ever go into his mouth, or is it always hanging out?
So the deal with that is you often see cresteds or hairless dogs with their tongue hanging out, and the reason is because on the same gene for hairlessness is a gene for missing or deformed teeth. So they're often born without teeth, the molars, or they'll fall out because they're not formed well, and then the tongue comes out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely adds character to Scooter. And so now that he is the world's ugliest dog, does he have to defend his title? Will he be back next year?
I don't think that we're going to go back. I'll give someone else a chance.
Really? Oh, why, you think there's no other dog on the planet that can take the crown from the king? The Tucson King, Scooter?
We'll see.
I would say this. I think it would be nice to see how many years in a row that Scooter can, get this title and be dubbed world's ugliest dog in the most affectionate way. If it's several years and Scooter sets the bar high for other dogs to come, is going to be, that's great. That's a legacy that Tucson can be proud of. We'll be known for Scooter and Linda Ronstadt. There'll be two things that this town's going to be known for and be super proud of.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to go back? You want to go back?
You got to go back, Scooter. You got to show all these other dogs what's up. You know, the best looking, ugliest dog in the world. That safe fundraiser, Meet Scooter, the world's ugliest dog, is tomorrow, August 19th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Borderlands Brewing on 119 East Tool. And we're good friends with the people over at Borderlands, so there you can grab a drink. We're all meeting Scooter, get a autograph, and so much more. And proceeds will benefit saving Arizona and saving animals from euthanasia. So
That's amazing.
It's a fantastic cause. We're going to keep the conversation moving and wrap things up with Scooter on the podcast broadcast. Be back with a little bit more right after this. Rock 102.1. And so that was the FM side, and now we're still on the stream. And I love the little bow tie that you gave me. You got him so classy.
I got that for him for tomorrow, for his photos.
And he's just like such a friendly dog as well, right?
Yes,
so
he loves everybody. You know, he's never aggressive, or even with the other dogs in the house.
Now, before you got the crown, or Scooter got the crown for the world's ugliest dog, would you take him out in public? And what were the reactions that people
Funny,
normally do?
like some people would notice or ask about him, and other people, like, you know, were embarrassed and looked away. You know,
It's funny you say that, because I've definitely had this
face.
situation like that too. Where, like, I got a stupid tattoo on my stomach, so where I've had people look and think it was like a burn, and then look away. So I know that look of embarrassment, like, oh, I don't want to be noticing your like deformity.
exactly.
Like, hey.
God, look at that face.
I know.
I've
So
taken him
cute.
downtown for that Maynard's walk with the group that got him the wheelchairs, or has a little walk once a month where all of the chair dogs go downtown and walk around. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's all. So does he have a little wheelchair too? So he's a nice.
Yeah.
Is that why you call him Scooter?
Yeah, that's how he got his name.
Nice.
Because he was a scooter, not from the wheelchair, just because he scoots around.
Oh, he scoots his butt. Yeah.
But he he did well when he was younger. He held his butt up much better, but now he's starting to drag a little bit, and I can tell he's tiring out, because that's hard on these his front legs and these shoulder muscles here to be carrying everything around. So we got him a little cart with wheels, and it was fitted, and we had some lessons, because you think these dogs go in it and they're like, whoa, and they take off. Not him. It took a long time
For him to figure it out.
Yeah, his weight was different. He wanted to throw his back end up in the air and throw the wheels off, and but he finally realized he could go really fast.
Oh, nice.
And he zooms around now. He likes it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's really good. Now, what is the prize for World's Ugliest Dog? You get a cash prize?
$1,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the trip to New York City.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and,
so
of course,
cool.
that trophy. Valdez, can you hold that trophy up behind Linda on the main camera there for me? It's almost as tall as Valdez.
Yeah, I was about to say it's taller than me.
Yeah, that thing is massive.
Yeah.
So that's great. I mean, they're not messing around when it comes to trophies. This is the thing. This is the thing, and a legacy that's starting. So that's fantastic. Well, I think that's great that not only are you caring and you save Scooter's life, but it just goes to show the beauty and the gift that is life, and how that keeps giving and it's given to everyone else, because there isn't a person on the stream that's watching this that is absolutely infatuated with Scooter.
Right.
It's one of those dogs that's just like
Yeah, somebody's complimented his little Chippendales collar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
So that's good. So yeah, thank you for making Tucson a champion, Linda.
You are welcome.
And I know
for
Linda
having
Ronstadt
us.
thanks you too, because she's been taking all the glory for a long time. So
A new Linda is in town.
that's right. Did anyone ever say that your dog looks just like? Never mind.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, thank you and good luck. We'll see you out of Borderlands tomorrow from 1 to 4. That sounds like a fun event. It's not going to be that hot either.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be like 100 degrees, but that's in Arizona mild, and of course with all the cold beers
There's
at
a lot of
Borderlands,
shade out there.
tons.
Yeah.
Best patio in town, so it's fantastic. All right, well that's Linda and Scooter, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us, Linda.
Thank you.
All right, earlier this morning we did a round of the last word. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Angel, you'll be able to hear that angelic voice live at the Rialto Theater next Tuesday. And Weirdo,
Yes.
I want to play a game. All right, let's meet our contestants. On line 1, we got Kayla. Good morning, Kayla.
Good morning.
On line 2, we got Jacob. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning.
All right, so make sure I'm not on speakerphone and you got your mouth close to the mouth hole. All right, let's get ready for the last word. Okay, this is a verbal hot potato game. I'm going to give a category. We're going to start off with one caller, and then the next caller is going to give an answer back. It's going to go back and forth, giving acceptable answers. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer in before 30 seconds runs out wins the round. Best of 3 rounds wins the ticket to see Mammoth WVH at the Rialto Theater next Tuesday. Line 1 is Kayla, and you're going to start things off. Are you ready, Kayla?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. Kayla, why don't you name something that's more annoying than a mosquito buzzing around your ear? And go.
June bugs.
June bugs. Okay. All right, Jacob.
A fly.
Fly. Okay. Kayla.
Cicadas.
Yeah, cicadas are annoying. Jacob.
A bee.
Okay. Kayla.
An ex calling.
An ex calling. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob.
A stranger keeps yelling in your ear.
A stranger keeps yelling at you?
In your ear. Yeah.
Yelling in your ear.
You know, I'll allow it. So sometimes you meet some people, you don't know them, and they just talk your ear off. So that's good. Kayla, it sounds like you get an ex that bugs you all the time.
An alarm clock.
Oh, no. We were done with the round. Jacob won that round. I was asking about the ex answer. I was like, that sounds like you're speaking from experience. Do you want me to just say on the radio to tell that ex to stop calling you? Because I will. Unless I'm that ex, and I won't stop. I'm sorry.
Good.
All right, we're good. All right. So Jacob won the first round. Jacob, you're going to start off the second round. So Kayla, you need to win this second round to stay in the game, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Jacob, name a reason someone might turn bright red, and go.
You smash their finger on the door.
Okay. Kayla.
A crush.
Okay. Jacob.
Sunburn.
Sunburn, yes. Kayla.
An allergy.
Oh, yes. Jacob. Oh, you stumped him, Kayla. Good job. Unfortunately, ran out of time, Jacob. So here we go. We are into our sudden death round. Whoever gets this last round will win the tickets for Mammoth WVH. We're all tied up, and we're going to start off with Kayla on line 1. Okay, are you ready, Kayla?
Yes.
All right, good luck to both of you. Kayla, name something people try to do quietly but end up making noise doing. Go.
Sneaking into the house.
Sneaking into the house, yes. All right, Jacob. Sex, yes. Kayla.
Sneezing.
Sneezing, yes. Jacob.
Talking on the phone.
Talking on the phone. Okay, Kayla.
Getting into the fridge.
Okay, yes. Jacob. Oh, you ran out of time there, Jacob. But you know what? Don't even feel bad because Kayla, she got the answers, man. She's really good at this game.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kayla. I just caught weirdo vaping. Oh, caught her vaping. Okay, so look at that. Now, we're not even done with the show. I have something else that's very cool that I want to show you guys. But the theme, a gift and a curse, right? And yes, I saw Anthony's comment. It's got a very Maury Povich vibe today. And we have. And it was inadvertent. Like, Scooter just kind of fell into her lap after already convinced and booked Richard. And I understand Richard's not, up to speed as far as radio. Like, it was a lot.
That might have been his first interview.
Absolutely. It's going to be his first interview. So I'm sure he was nervous and he wanted to kind of get a feeling for where were you coming from. We'll continue to bring out the best in the human unicorn. And you do me a favor, if you haven't already, follow him on TikTok and on Instagram. It's the Dan Zing, where it's Sing, CIND 9.
Yeah, he needs a better handle.
Yeah, he does. There's a couple things. I mean, I kind of want to manage him. You know what I mean? Like help him out. Now, yesterday, and I'm about to be on the air with this, and I'm going to share you this drama. I got this comment on our podcast broadcast yesterday from someone who knows the guy who got beat up by the furry.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And I'm going to share this with you here on the stream. And I'm going to just replay this audio real quick to get people caught up with what we're talking about. So here we go. Yes, we still got a little bit more show to go, and here's a follow-up from yesterday's bit, and this will remind you, on the podcast broadcast, we played this viral video of a man who was antagonizing a group of furries on the beach of Los Angeles, and he would not get out of their way. He was like filming them, and he was just kind of being a jerk, and one of the furries ended up attacking him and hitting him in the face with a megaphone, and the man, while on the ground, writhing in pain, sounded like this. Yes, which I think is hilarious. This is what furries do to you, man. This is what furries do. Now, of course, we did this bit and we were laughing at him basically because the way that he sounds, and we immediately revoked his man card, right?
Yes.
Like if you're gonna be an a-hole, you're gonna F around, you're gonna find out, and then you got to take the beating like a man. Right? That was not the way to do so. Now, in my mind, watching the video from different angles, this guy was being an antagonist, kind of like a real life troll, and bothering these people, whether he agreed with their lifestyle or not. There's a bunch of furries on the beach. Yes, that's odd. All right. But at the same time, don't be a D about it.
Right.
Right. And if you are, don't be surprised if someone punches you in the mouth. But I got this comment late last night from someone that go on YouTube that goes by Jill. And she said, please read this. I know this video looks really bad, but my girlfriend is a good friend of the man in the video who was hit with the megaphone. And she was withholding his name for privacy. And there's some much needed context that needs to be stated. All right. Now, here's where, now when we were talking about this guy, we never said anything of the likes as far as his character or besides the fact that he was impeding on their time and he was being an a-hole about it. Right. She goes on to say he is being falsely accused of being a Nazi by onlookers who know nothing about the situation, right? As a huge disclaimer, I am not a Nazi sympathizer, and neither of the men in the video are Nazis. And like, whoa, what's up with the Nazi talk, man?
Hey,
there's nothing in the video of our reaction that had anything to talk about, like accusing them of being Nazis, nor did it seem like it was a Nazi situation.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I did not see is the megaphone hitting him in the face. Now, she said, I'm also involved in the furry community myself. So this is all from an outsider's POV, but I have no problems with the furries at all. And I wish there wasn't random hate against them. We're all people living our own lives, right? Which I agree. But hey, the guy who got hit in the face literally said, this is what furries do to you, right? Now, she went on to say, however, I'm sad to see this video being spread without the proper context. Now, our video only had like 80 views. The fact that she found this, amazing. Everyone is calling them Nazis and laughing at my girlfriend's friend for being physically assaulted. Guilty, right? But this isn't what happened. These people are not Nazis. And again, I don't think anyone laughing in this situation is accusing this dude of being Nazi.
No.
Yeah. Now, these Nazi accusations, here's the kicker. She goes on to say, these Nazi accusations seem to be coming from a stupid mistake the boyfriend made in the past. Bingo. Bango. Okay. If you don't want to be accused of being a Nazi, right?
Don't be a Nazi.
Don't do Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
Don't sympathize with Nazis. And, you know, like there's a lot of things that I've been called in the past. I've never been called a Nazi because I've never been put in a situation where I had Nazi-like behavior.
Right.
Right. When you're acting like that or celebrating or sharing flags or any of that stuff, you know, in the past, then maybe, you know, people will throw that word out willy-nilly. But the reason why that guy got his ass beat wasn't because of any kind of Nazi affiliation. It's because he was up there annoyingly trying to film these furries and antagonizing, like, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And the furry responded with a megaphone to his face, being like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do about it.
Right.
And then he responded like this. Right, the furries. Oh, the furries. Yeah.
So he lumped a bunch of people together and made an assumption.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, super weird.
That seems like odd behavior or something. Like, I guess it's like historically, there would be people who do that as well.
Yeah.
I just can't put my finger on what you would call it. Again. So yeah, maybe this guy is not a Nazi, and good for him. And I hope that any kind of misunderstanding from Nazi relations is in the past, and he understands that there should be no empathy towards Nazis whatsoever. But again, persecuting and judging a group of people, very Nazi-like.
Yeah.
And if you act like a Nazi, you're going to get hit in the face, and then you'll end up sounding like this. Yeah, the furries.
Oh my God, do we have any like animators in our listeners that could like totally animate the gingerbread man from Shrek with that audio?
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this broadcast. I'd like to thank our guest today, Richard, the human unicorn. Follow him on social media. Also, the world's ugliest dog, Scooter, and his mama.
Star.
Yeah, his mama, Linda. Don't forget that fundraising event that's happening at Borderlands tomorrow from 1 to 4. You can get a podograph from Scooter himself and a picture. We got a picture as well. We'll be posting those on our social media. Follow us while you're at it, at BeefVegan, at weirdo_666. And you got what?
Oh, I am doing text to win tickets for Mammoth WVH and Incubus Sunday from 4 to 8. So make sure you are listening this weekend.
There you have it. So yeah, that's all the time we have. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on Monday morning with more tickets to give away. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Thanks, guys.
That was the highlight of my week.
will come
So
and
good.
end to all your grief.
Thanks for checking out our freak show. Back on Monday.
Kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.